Hi, it's Emma from Women's Health and Hormones here. You know, when women have symptoms of a hormonal imbalance like period problems, fatigue, hot flushes, mood swings, well, I help women balance their hormones naturally and fix their period and get their energy back so that they can feel well again. And I do this by helping women learn how to both enhance their body's ability to produce hormones and process hormones. So this is a natural process. And believe it or not, your body's actually trying to do this all the time anyway. All the time your body's striving for this state of balance or homeostasis. And our hormones are a big part of that. So, one of the best things you can do is learn how to get out of your own way and release the things that are preventing your body from actually trying to do this job properly itself. Over the last 17 years, I've developed a treatment method which is called the hormone breakthrough method, and it's really relies on these key tenets of how we can help our body restore this natural state of homeostasis through producing and processing hormones optimally in an optimal state. And there's really three key pillars to the hormone breakthrough method. If you want to learn more about the hormone breakthrough method, actually, you might be interested in accessing a copy of my book, which is called the Hormone Breakthrough Method. And if you just go to www.balancehormones.com.au/book, that's the site where you can download a digital copy of the book. It's only $7, so it's just a small commitment to help you get some more information about how do you help yourself get out of your own way to balance your hormones naturally. And at the end of the video, you should see on the post, there's a link that you can click actually, which will take you straight through to that page with the book too. So if we look at those three key pillars that are really useful for helping women balance their hormones naturally, the first is to actually go and get your hormones tested. And there's a number of different ways that we can test our hormones, and the best way of testing really depends on what type of hormones you're wanting to assess. My favourite method of hormone testing is saliva hormone testing. It's very sensitive and it can pick up small imbalances in the hormones that don't show up through blood work, and it's non-invasive, and we can test a much broader range of hormones as well. Through saliva hormone testing, we can measure the three types of estrogen your body produces: E1, E2, E3, also progesterone and testosterone. And it's possible to test your stress hormones as well, DHEAS and cortisol, and also use sleep hormone melatonin. So if you're concerned that you may have a hormonal imbalance of any of those hormones, try and use a saliva hormone test. There are some hormones that need to be checked through a blood test, especially our thyroid hormones. So if you've got symptoms of a thyroid hormone imbalance, you want to have those analysed through a blood test. That's the most basic test there, is starting with TSH, which is thyroid stimulating hormone. But we can go on and do a full thyroid function test, which also includes the hormones T3, T4, reverse T3, and testing the thyroid autoantibodies as well can help to identify whether you might have a autoimmune condition which is driving an imbalance in the thyroid hormone production. If you want to go and find out more about your luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, they're best tested through a blood test as well. But to keep things simple, I think it's really great to start with a saliva hormone test, measuring those key hormones that we mentioned before. Once you get your hormones tested, then we're able to identify your unique hormonal blueprint, exactly what's going on with your hormones at this point in time. And then I love using targeted nutritional and herbal medicines to help to rebalance your hormones. Most women who come to see me in my clinic or who I speak to on the phone do need some prescriptions in the beginning to get them on the road to balancing their hormones. Now, like I was saying, your body's trying to do this every day on its own anyway. But unfortunately for most of us, modern life sometimes gets in the way and leads to a situation where the hormones are right out of balance. The natural medications like herbal medicine and nutritional supplementation can act as a catalyst to help that shift and actually to start the process of restoring balance to the hormonal levels. So most of my patients, excuse me, do need some form of prescription, natural prescription in the beginning to start that process of rebalancing the hormonal profile. But you can never underestimate the long-term positive impact of nutrition and lifestyle changes on your natural hormonal regulation as well. And in the long run, you don't want to be taking supplements all the time. So it's much better if, in the process of rebalancing the hormones with herbs and nutrients, if you can also start to address, identify, and really uncover the underlying root causes that have led to you developing, have led to you developing a hormonal imbalance in the first place. Because the more that you can identify and address these underlying root causes, that will allow you to see long-term improvements in your hormonal regulation once you start to come off some of the herbs and supplements you've needed to take in the short term to rebalance your hormonal profile. And this is really where we start to look more closely at what's happening in your day-to-day life. How is your body and how are you as a person interacting with the life around you? Some of the key areas that we identify here that can have an impact are what's going on with your stress levels, what type of foods have you been eating, how well is your body's detoxification pathways working in order to help your body process both hormones and waste products, and what's your gut microbiome like, how healthy are that relationship between the healthy and unhealthy bugs in your gut, and how well are those healthy bugs doing their jobs to help your body eliminate hormonal waste products, and also what sort of toxins may you have been exposed to in your environment. Especially when we're looking at hormones, it's really important to assess your exposure to endocrine disrupting chemicals, which are chemicals that we're all exposed to through both our diet and just through the environment almost daily, and that can have a really big impact on your body's own natural production of hormones. These are some of the key areas that are important to address in order to get out of your own way so that your body has the best chance it possibly can of restoring balance to the hormones naturally. So, as I mentioned before, if you're interested in finding out more about the hormone breakthrough method and steps that you can put in place to start to restore balance to your hormones and your body again, have a look at that book I was mentioning before, the book that I've written, which is called The Hormone Breakthrough Method. Go to balancehormones.com.au/book and you'll be able to download the book there. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thanks and bye for now.